Next, tonight, a live look at the U.S. Capitol, where we're now in day 20 of the government shutdown. The Senate set to hold its 11th vote on the Republican funding bill any minute now, but it's still unlikely to pass. The sticking point here remains health care. Democrats holding firm on their demand to extend expiring Obamacare subsidies, but House Republicans say they won't negotiate on health care while the government is shut down. Back here at home, Congressman Tim Kennedy, joined by local lawmakers, parents, and early intervention providers, sounding the alarm on cuts to Medicaid in the Department of Education. Tonight, I'm turning the mic over to leaders at Born-Havre in Amherst, as well as lawmakers, to help us all better understand what's at stake.
We service kids that need extra help.
For 4 decades, Born-Havre Preschool, an early intervention program in Amherst, has worked to nurture and educate children with developmental disabilities.
They might need speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, education services.
But it's a mission that Dr. Shannon Karcher tells me is now in jeopardy. A third of the school's annual budget is federally funded, and she believes the proposed cuts to Medicaid have now threatened the school's future.
It's hard. I lose sleep at night because if we don't maintain the funding, we will have to close.
It will leave children and families out in the cold.
On Monday, Dr. Karcher joined Democratic Congressman Tim Kennedy, parents, and other providers to warn of the risk that Medicaid cuts, included in the spending and tax bills signed by President Trump, pose to children and families that rely on early intervention care.
The services Born-Havre provides during those earliest years of life allows these incredible kids to have the bright futures that they deserve.
Medicaid affects everybody, and these cuts to Medicaid and Social Security will have long-lasting effects on our most vulnerable population.
If these Medicaid cuts go into effect as they're slated to do, the impact on Born-Havre and its peer schools will be catastrophic.
It's those cuts that Kennedy says he and Senate Democrats are trying to restore as part of the current negotiation to fund the government.
It's long past time for Republicans to come back to the table, negotiate in good faith, and end this shutdown and this war on working families.
I reached out to Republican Congresswoman Claudia Tenney and Congressman Nick Langworthy for their response on Monday. In a statement, Langworthy said in part, quote, Democrats are shamelessly fear-mongering and lying to parents to score political points. Let's be clear. Disability-based Medicaid is protected and no child is losing care. The so-called cuts they're screaming about stop waste, fraud, and abuse, not services for kids.
I would say that we need to do something very quickly, and we cannot make these cuts because we will go without services. These kids will go without services. We'll shut our doors.
Dr. Karcher added that if early intervention programs are impacted, this will fall on individual school districts to then provide that care. I reached out to Congresswoman Tenney for comment today, but did not hear back.